We will fight. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Really hope that you have been enjoying the content lately. I have loved seeing your reactions to it. It's really made my day. I was literally shopping today. I was like, oh my gosh, and this person commented, and then I saw this comment, and then I saw that comment. I just love the interaction I have with you guys and just everything like that. So thank you so much. So my name is Tanya. I do lifestyle content, travel content. I'm a travel girl, okay? And we're all about elevating ourselves on this channel. Elevation, that's travel elevation, that's personal development elevation. We are elevating every aspect of our lives, and the things I have planned for you guys for the next few months, epic, fire. Just subscribe because you're not going to want to miss what is coming up. Anyway, let's get into the video. We're going to be talking about how to solo date yourself, solo dates, and we're going to go into how it affects your relationships, how it's going to affect your friendships, and how to actually solo date yourself. Because you go on friend dates, you go on relationship dates, but what about you? How do you dating yourself? And yeah, we're just going to get straight into this video. So I know the biggest question is going to be, Tanya, how are you dating yourself if you're in a relationship? And my answer to that is, why not? Why am I not dating myself? Why am I not taking care of me? Why am I not being like, okay, you're not in your high energy, you're not in your feminine era, you're not taking care of yourself, you need to look after you. And for me, how I do that is by going on solo dates. And solo dates have a range of things. It's not just, oh, I'm just gonna go to dinner and that's my solo date. And obviously I travel solo a lot as well, and I have to eat by myself, I have to go out and do things by myself. I'm very comfortable in doing that. And if you're anxious, which I'm a very anxious person, I'm very nervous, I get the jitters, I'm constantly either tapping on my phone or anything like that. I'm a very anxious person, but I'm literally going to tell, if you are an anxious person, I'm literally going to tell you the key to not feeling like that, or to feel less and less like that during your solo dating journey. Okay, cool. So tip number one is going to be the way you present yourself. Now that is very important. You need to decide, how do I want to look? Do I want to look grungy? Is that my style? What's your style? And you need to look at it from a personal perspective, not what that girl's gonna think or that guy's gonna think, or how are you gonna look good for a man, or if you're trying to get this attention, or if you're trying to look good for this kind of social media phase or anything like that. You need to know, how do you want to look? How do you want to present yourself? And create that on Pinterest. Go and make a Pinterest account right now if you don't have one, or look on Instagram. I wouldn't say look on TikTok because I feel like it's too much video feed, but look and create yourself a little vision board of how you want to dress, and then go put looks together, because I'm sure you have the clothes in your wardrobe, okay? And before you tell me that you don't have those clothes in your wardrobe, let me tell you, you do. You do. Because I've literally seen so many amazing styles of things, and I'm like, I don't have that, I need to go buy it. And then I look in my wardrobe, I'm like, I do have it. Like, I wanted to wear an outfit today. I went shopping with my sister, and I was like, I want to wear these beige flare trousers and a white top and just like look cute. But I was like, no, I don't have it. I looked in my wardrobe, yes I did. So I promise you, if you want to create something, you can without breaking the bank. But you know, if you do want to buy a new outfit to create that presentation for yourself, do it. So it's not even just down to the outfit. What's your signature fragrance? And you could only wear that for yourself. You can wear a different fragrance for other people, but if you want it to just be about you, be selfish for yourself, and you can find a signature fragrance for you. That adds to how you present yourself. Also, making sure that your hair is done, and I'm a huge culprit of not doing this, and doing my hair at the moment has really made me feel like, but Tanya, why don't you do your hair more often? You literally look so good with minimal effort. It took me 10 minutes to get ready this morning. 10 minutes to get ready. Put a bit of makeup and I'm ready. And it's because my hair was done. Find yourself a signature style, or find yourself doing something to your hair, just making yourself look good. Same with your makeup. Find yourself a signature base makeup. If you're like me and have about 100 different foundations, then try and find the best one. Because today I use my favorite foundation, and I've noticed it's my favorite foundation for myself, and I don't really wear this for anyone else. I genuinely just wear it for me, and that's what I've got on today. It's the L'Oreal Infallible foundation because it blends like a flipping dream. So these things don't need to be the most extravagant or the most expensive or the most of anything, to be quite honest. You can literally just have it be the minimal, like it could be from Boots, Superdrug, it could be the cheapest things, it could be from Pretty Little Thing, whatever. But as long as you solidify that presentation down to you, you're good to go. So don't worry, just find your little capsule solo date aesthetic. Tip number two is all about, so tip number two, I kind of feel like this should have been tip number one, but we're gonna go with it, is protection. Because as ladies, as young women, we are quite vulnerable to dangers out there. I live in a city, you know, a lot of you probably do live in cities, and the city I live in is constantly something going on, so let me tell you that. Unfortunately, and it shouldn't, well, it shouldn't be like this, but it is, so you need to learn to protect yourself. And I am someone, obviously, I am always telling my boyfriend what I'm doing. I either tell my boyfriend or my sister, and they both always know where I am. So if one don't hear from me, the other one will, and they have each other's numbers, so they will call each other. Like, have you heard from like, what's going on? Like, if I don't answer, and 9 times out of 10 it's because I'm asleep. Whoops. But I'm constantly in communication with my boyfriend throughout the day, so he always knows where I'm at. I don't typically share my location with him because he knows I drive everywhere, and I'll go to my local shopping centre or I'll go to my gym, so I'm not really too out there. If I take myself on a solo date up in the city, that's a whole different ball game. But let people know where you are. If you are concerned about your safety, if you're taking public transport, even if you're taking an Uber, share your location, please. Location, okay, is very important as women, especially knowing where we are. And if you're not like me, we will fight. So don't even start. I'm one of those people, I will fight you. Really, it's not going to, you're not going to faze me, but we'll fight. And I'm that kind of person who will just be like walking down the road. I don't need to wear headphones. Please do not wear headphones at night time. Earphones, AirPods, don't do it. Because even though you can like reduce the noise cancelling, you lose part of your hearing sense, and not everyone listens to their gut intuition. So don't wear your headphones. And also, yes, listen to your gut intuition. If you think that man is following you, yeah. Like the other day I was walking and this guy kept just saying hello, 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 and I knew even though he was behind me and I was facing that way, I knew he was talking to me. I'm not turning around. Thank God it was the middle of the day in the middle of a shopping centre, and I was, you know, I didn't have to worry about any of that. But it's still a scary situation to be in. Luckily, when I've gone on solo dates, I typically don't go in this country, which is a bit bad, and I really want to go on more, and I need to, we'll get into that point in a bit. But please protect yourself. Please, if you need to carry one of those alarms, remember on your iPhone, you can, I did it the other day by accident, press it 5 times and it will start sending to your emergency contacts, and it will SOS and send it to, if it keeps ringing, I think it sends it to the police. If it keeps ringing, it will send it to the police. So you have that safety feature on your phone. You can carry like a can of red, or like, I think it's red paint, and you can like spray anyone who tries to attack you if they do. I personally have never had an issue with it, but I'm also not ignorant to know that does happen. And I do want to preface this on a bit of a cautious note, but women, please, even though it should not matter what you wear, unfortunately men do not see that as, you know, fact for some reason, because they're confused. but please try and dress in a bit more of a modest way and not have things out, especially behind, because you can kind of cover up your front but you can't cover up your back all the time. So please just be careful, and if you are, make sure you take an Uber there and you take an Uber home. It's not always going to stop them, but just as a precaution, if you are worried about those things, like I said, there are different options. You can get those little bat thingies, and I'm sorry, you have to defend yourself. Whatever you choose to do, you choose to do. And again, it is self-defense. I'm carrying it on you, but you've got to try and get them away. So protect yourself, ladies. It's so important to protect yourself. Please do it. And that also comes, when it comes down to protection, it also comes down to not taking a guy home or back to their house. If you do come across one, don't do it, because I've been there, I've done that. You will regret it. I don't regret anything in life, but I kind of wish I didn't do those things. I did those things a lot more when I was younger, not now, obviously. I have my boyfriend, he's great. He's literally gonna kill me off. I'm joking. Tip 3, so we want to choose where we're going, and we want to choose where we're going wisely. Are we going to go to a fancy restaurant? Are we going to, and this kind of helps with the anxiety behind things, because you can pick one spot or maybe 3 locations, or a regular cinema or a regular restaurant, or if you go to a regular Pilates class, etc. You get familiar with the place that you're going. I go to a lot of different restaurants. I'm not too I personally have obviously gained my confidence now to the point, yeah, I'll go to that restaurant and that restaurant and that restaurant and that restaurant, not a problem. I have my favourite restaurants. Like, my favourite ones is Big Easy. Love it. I think there's only like a handful in London anyway. And I frequent a few. Love Big Easy, love the vibe. It is a very chaotic vibe, so if you're anxious, I wouldn't recommend going. Or maybe it's counterintuitive, but I wouldn't recommend going if you're anxious, because it is a very loud environment. I love it there, I love the food, but pick a restaurant, do your research. TikTok is a great place for this. You'll see loads and loads and loads of different restaurant ideas, solo date ideas. And if you need to have a glass of wine, have a glass of wine. Who is stopping you? No one. So do that, enjoy, pick your place, make a reservation, because hello, we are solo dating ourselves. Make that reservation and put Miss and your last name, not your first name, Miss and your last name, or Mrs, or whatever you want to do. If you want to sound like you're married, Mrs. If you want to sound like you're important, MS. Done. Because you are that woman. You, not even that girl, you are that woman. You are sophisticated, you are strong, you are independent, you are taking yourself out on that solo date, and no one and nothing can tell you otherwise. I love that. Who do I think I am, please? Anyway, so pick your poison at the end of the day. If you think, I personally, I really want to go to STK. It's global. I know they have it in Atlanta. I know that they have it in London. I don't know about any, I think they have it in New York as well. I really want to go. They have a lunchtime menu. Why have I not gone yet? I need to go. I just haven't felt the calling, and I feel like I just manifest. No, I just need to go, and I need to book it in. So just pick a place, any place, or even if it's a movie, pick a movie. Why not? Go in the evening, look cute, not too put together, but cute. Like, get yourself your popcorn, get yourself a drink, get yourself an adult beverage if you want, and just, why not be in the cinema by yourself? Or wake up early, go to get a nice breakfast, or go to Pilates, get a nice breakfast. Do these things, because that solo dating doesn't mean just dinner. You can go for brunch, lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever you want to do, but pick whatever it is that you want to do and just time block that for yourself. Between 8 and 10 a.m. or 8 and 10 p.m, that is me. End of. Tip number 4. We're getting there, guys. Choose your boundaries and stick to your boundaries. Let me say that again. Choose your boundaries and stick to your boundaries, because you will meet so many different people doing solo dates. I promise that you need to know where you stand with people. whether that's a new feminine friend or a new male friend. If you're out there and you're single and you're looking for a man, know your boundaries. Know if you want to become friends with someone, whether you just want to say thank you very much in a nice conversation, move on. If you don't want to speak to anyone at all, it is okay to not speak to anyone on solo dates. It is okay to just say hi, have a conversation, talk about, I don't know, what is there to talk about, TikTok or the news, I don't know, whatever it is that you talk about with someone, keep it vague, keep it, I like that show too. Oh, I like, you know, I like traveling the world. I think it's an epic way to spend your time. Things like that, keep it very vague, don't keep it too personal, don't air out all your business. I am a culprit of that. I'm so ashamed. I could talk for England. I said that in front of a manager the other day and she was like, I know you can. And I'm a shy person, but if I have something to say, I will tell you everything. And that is something I'm working on. I am working on that. I am. Whoops. So, you know, like I said, keep your boundaries, know where you stand with people, know where you're going with this, and just know or set down a list of boundaries that you're not going to cross with people that you don't know. So yeah, tip number 5 is just enjoy yourself. Please enjoy yourself. Girl, relax. It is okay out there, I promise you. And I know having generalized anxiety is the hardest thing to believe, that everything is going to be okay, but I promise you, I'm a 5'1" small human being. I've literally gone out and seen men who are like 7 foot and they're very intimidating, but they've actually turned out to be the loveliest people. As in, I can go into a restaurant, I can sit down, I can have my meal and no one's bothered me. It's a lot easier in different countries because it was in Croatia and, you know, the crime rate is relatively low. Or I'm in the Scandinavian countries, again, crime is so low and it's dark. We are in well-lit cities, or we're going into a restaurant where there's so many other people there, and I understand there is a huge pressure to be perfect and not trip up over your words and order things correctly, but I promise you, the waitress, they understand. They are regular people like you and me. I used to be a waitress for 5 years, and then I worked in a coffee shop. I worked for Pret a Manger, and people are just the same as you and me, I promise. If you say things like, I have, I don't know what the name of the word is, but I will say things, and you wouldn't know this, me doing YouTube, thank God for editing, but I will start saying things, and you're like, Tanya, what does that even mean? I'd be like, oh, and the dog, we're talking about bloody candles, what do you mean the dog? Like things that just are completely irrelevant, and I say it and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Or I say things in the wrong order sometimes, or I literally will say a sentence backwards. And but now then where, like, do you know what I mean? I say things backwards and it's very embarrassing, but you know, these waiters, these waitresses, they understand. They are just like you and me. They are so kind. Sometimes they're having a bad day and that's not down to you, it is just the nature of the job. And just be kind to them, and just, you know, if you're kind to them, they're super understanding, they will understand you. Don't worry, I promise you that it will be okay. Also, just plan your date, but don't plan too much, because you will overthink it in your head. Okay, you've booked the reservation, you know what time your taxi is coming, or if you're going to take public transport, how you're getting there, anything like that. You've done it. What you're going to order, anything like that is fine. You will sit down at that restaurant, you'll go into that movie, and everything will fall into place. I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. Yes, it is a scary world out there, but you will love it. Like, it is the most incredible thing in the entire world to just sit down and it's just you. You're not worrying about, you know, who is ordering what and how you're splitting the bill, or what movie you're going to watch, or what Pilates class you're going to watch, and if people cancel, and you're not worrying about any of that. That takes a huge stress off of you. So take all of this into consideration, book yourself that solo date and just enjoy, because it honestly is the best feeling in the world. I have a trip coming up and I'm looking at restaurants and I can't wait to go. It's nerve-wracking knowing that you're walking in, you don't know the location, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what you're doing. I'm going somewhere that speaks Portuguese. I do not know. I know like 2 words in Portuguese and that is it. I don't know Portuguese too well. Compared to my French and my Spanish and my Italian. I know French pretty well. I know Italian very well, and then I know bits and pieces of Spanish, but I don't really know Portuguese, so it's going to be very interesting for me when I go. But that is a whole part of the journey, it's a whole part of the process. This is a part of your journey of becoming this most incredible, fantastic, valued woman, because you are doing these things that people genuinely are so brave, and you can do it, and I promise you, you can do it. Please leave a comment below if this video helps you book that solo date, and let me know if you've done it. Let me know when you've done it as well. DM me on Instagram, tag me on TikTok or X. I don't use that actually very often. I want to make a new account, then you've got to grow your following, and I'm just not here for it, honestly. It's not the same way to grow as Instagram and TikTok and stuff like, and YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here, guys. I hope that this video has helped you, you know, be less anxious about solo dating. And one thing I do want to include is that yes, I'm in a relationship, and yes, I go on dates with my boyfriend, but I also go on dates by myself, and I think it's very important, and he doesn't have a problem with that. He doesn't. And I think if your partner has a problem with you dating yourself, then he has the issue, and red flag. Don't let that be my relationship advice, because I feel like I'm not one to give relationship advice. Even though I've been with my partner for 3 years, but I've had a very rocky history, so take that with a pinch of salt. But honestly, just tell your boyfriend I'm going out to dinner. With who? By myself. What do you mean by yourself? So I just want to start solo dating. I want to become her. I want to become that woman. Like, I want some time for me. You can't constantly be with your partner 24/7 or constantly be with your friends 24/7. And if he needs proof, show him the proof and be like, and yeah, I went on a solo date. Show him this video. Show him this video. Right, thank you. Okay, so if they show you this video, right, leave her alone. She wants a solo date, it's okay. I'm in a relationship and I solo date, it's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. There's gonna be so much more of this content coming. I've got so much to offer you. I genuinely have been through so much in my life. I've gone through friendships, relationships, trauma, bad things, great things, you know, unexpected things. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.